Welcome back here to iBuy. Brad and I are heading back to Goroka on a 13-minute flight. We've been out here for, I don't know, a couple hours now. And yeah, the winds have picked up. Should have probably, I don't know, anywhere from 5 to 10 knots crosswind. That will probably turn into a tailwind after takeoff. But let's go ahead and get started. We're on an 11% slope out here, so as you can see, looking out of the head, it's steep and it is very wet on landing. Alright, looking at my NG first, over 35%, my eyes go up to the ITT. 704. And because we're on the side of a hill, we're going to go ahead and taxi up to the top as quickly as we can. All of my fuel, if the engine's not running, you can just hear it goop, 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 right over to the other tank. Yeah, Brad and I actually walked up and down the airstrip just to, I like to, when we have time to take a look at things like that. It was interesting, like we were actually sliding a little bit sideways on the way up the hill after we landed because it's so wet. Like standing water. Some areas. All stations iBuy 1201 November Tango Zulu will be taxiing for departure Goroka.
Hey guys, before we get going, I need to let you know of a free aviation product giveaway. It's only for the month of June. Check out the link down below. You don't want to miss out.
Copy departure, Eric NH 1008, stand by for transfer.
Copy 1008 and standing by, Mike with me.
Orsby 6538 November Tango Zulu taxi. Alright, just going in beta right now. But don't slide down. Turn our igniters are bypass, landing light off. Just had to restart the camera just because the bounciness of the runway stopped it. But we were just saying that there was a 17 knot headwind directly after takeoff, and then it slowly went down and turned into maybe just a 2 knot headwind. So if we had to land at this time, we'd be at our committed around 4 or 5 knots tailwind, and the closer we got to the runway, it just increased exponentially almost. And now it's 100% shift, and now we have 9 knots of tailwind. That's why it's so bumpy and makes this place so difficult. Orsby 65908 November Tango Zulu departure.
November Tango Zulu, Mosley, yeah, departure.
November Tango Zulu departed iBuy 50. Tracking 060, on climb that above 9,000. Estimating Goroka 03 and copy departing traffic Goroka for Hagen. Remember, Mike Echo Whiskey, Alpha Hotel. Contact Tower 15 November Tango Zulu. Oh, now we have 19 knots of tailwind. Okay, there's the other airplane that just left. And what did you say you thought it was?
There's Alpha Hotel.
Alpha Hotel Papa. It's an MAF plane, but now I think these planes were actually donated by a different organization, so they got to name them, and they didn't go with the MA, whatever it is. So now they're really confusing on who they actually are.
Yeah, seriously.
This is Mount Elenbar. I'm taking you guys down there. There's a really big cave you can actually see down there. Probably not for the cameras, but on some of my other trips back, you can see that. It's pretty awesome. Wow, 23 knots. It's going to get really bumpy just on the other side of this hill.
Alpha Hotel, Mosley, go ahead.
I'm just going to bring my torque back now because I don't really need to climb up any higher. 23 knots. I bet the second we hit this right here, the wind's going to hit this and just start swirling and bounce you all around. Start listening in on tower. There we go. There's the bumps. Pull the power back a little bit.
They're definitely bumpy.
We can get a hold of the tower now. My goodness. Goroka Tower, November Tango Zulu.
November Tango Zulu, Goroka Tower.
Morning again, Raiden. November Tango Zulu, 15 miles to the west. Left 9,000 on descent. Your circuit time 01, copy Alpha, Hotel Papa.
November Tango Zulu, runway 35 right, wind light and variable, QNH 1018, track and report left base.
1018, track report left base, 35 right, November Tango Zulu. Thank goodness, now we're down to 11 knots. Alright, fuel selectors and brakes are good. We'll leave TAWs off for now. Our VREF is still going to be the same just because we took off like 5 minutes ago. Ow. There we go. Our lights and inlet. We'll keep a little bit higher over top of this. This is the water boom gap, and that will at least maybe alleviate some of the bumps as we come into the Goroka Valley. If we have to go around, it's power up, 20 degrees of flaps, pitch for 73, maneuver is required. Look at the bumps, even made this reset. Oh wow.
Hotel Charlie Bravo.
So I'm gonna make a discrepancy because it's a loose connection because it did the same thing landing into Denunket the other day where it turned off right on landing and they didn't know that I landed. So I'm gonna mention that to Amy again because he went 15 knots. Gonna get high. I was gonna go slower or high over this, but I didn't. Oh well. Get bumpy over here again too. Just preemptively pull the power back.
And November Tango Zulu, that was traffic, Hotel Charlie Bravo, Del 407 helicopter, airborne out of Mount Otto, and estimating Goroka time 04.
Copy inbound traffic, November Tango Zulu. Pop and harness. We'll get harness here in just one more second. I'm just gonna start tracking for where I do. See those two shiny houses? I'm just gonna go right in between those two. Alright, let's go ahead and push our prop forward now. 10 degrees of flaps. Open harness is done. We've got flaps and landing clearance yet to go. 20 degrees of flaps. November Tango Zulu joining left base 35 right.
November Tango Zulu, runway 35 right, clear to land.
Clear to land 35 right, November Tango Zulu. Oh, we're gonna ask him if we can maybe walk up there if he's not too busy and say hi to Raiden. For you viewers, I actually have a video on my Patreon page where I've met Raiden as well as Roland, but not the other guy. I don't know his name. Okay. One of these days we're gonna have to listen for him and go up there and say hi. Alright, I want to be entering my base, which is pretty dang close from now, at 5,800, so I'm a little bit high right now. Be slowing on down. 63 final, it's pretty windy out, so let's just bump it up to 70 because we can. Oh, slowing on down to 80 knots. Actually, this is a little bit closer than I normally get. It's usually that house and a little bit further out, I think. No, I guess that's probably about where it is because there's the tower right there. Turning final, 5,600. A little high, so I'm going to do full flaps now. Here's our 70 knots.
Charlie Bravo, right downwind 35 right, visual landing traffic. Hotel Charlie Bravo, roger, FLS number 2. Number 2, Hotel Charlie Bravo.
Alright, checklist is complete. 3 knot crosswind, 250 on the descent, means I'm flat. I'll hold my altitude for a second. And there we go, that looks better. 4 knot crosswind. I'm up to 450 on the descent, that's looking a little bit better. 550, that's what we're looking for. 70 knots. We're continuing.
And Goroka, Papa Hotel November, we've departed Mount Otto and down for copter gate east arrival. And we'll be to field at time 10.
Below idle. Bring our flaps up, get our trims ready for our next flight tomorrow morning.
Hotel November, copy all, stand by.
Thanks guys for taking the time to watch. If you guys would like to see those videos where we go up and check out the tower and stuff, check out my Patreon page where I have all that kind of stuff and walk around Ibai. Brandon actually walked around there today and did a little short video showing you guys around and what the community looks like and stuff. So down, we'll turn our air off, all of our lights off, generator, alternator, V2 off, and turn off our fuel.
I want to remind you, go check out that link down below to sign up for the free E3 Aviation product giveaway. It's only for this month, completely free. Every time you share the link with one of your friends, you get extra points, completely free. You don't want to miss out.